Hello, my name is Abdur-Rashid, and you are listening to my podcast called The Urban Banter. Today, I am discussing why I feel like we are living in a spectacle and the world will continue to go deeper and deeper into it. Now, this podcast will consider of one main talking point, which is just stating that us as a society is living within a global village and a spectacle. And we'll talk more about that as we go on. Now, because I am a Black woman with a lot of opinions on various subjects, this conversation is centered around Black women and the Black community as a whole. However, the relatability is versatile and sees no color. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So my first topic is global village. Now, to understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about global village, let's go back to what I stated in the beginning of the show. Now, when I say that we are living in a spectacle, right? I mean that social media has made technology and media itself more powerful than over us than ever before. Whenever we get bored from one app, we go to another app and another, over consuming endless content out of boredom. Now you may be wondering, Aaliyah, what the heck is a global village? Well, I'm about to tell you. A global village is the electronic interdependence that recreates the world and the image of our society. Basically stating, our world and our phones is just as big as our society on this planet, maybe even bigger. And if you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. I mean, think about it. We have a various amount of different communication styles and social media apps, including Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and yes, even YouTube. YouTube is also considered a social media app. Listen, I'm just here to tell you, if nobody else told you this, social media is becoming our new reality. You don't believe me? Let's check out one of these examples I have for you. Flex culture. Now, let's not pretend we don't know what flex culture is. It's when you have a lot of money and you just want to show it off. So you're going to show it off by flexing off your new car, your new home, maybe the amount of money you have with the stacks of money in your hand. You know, at the end of the day, if you didn't have it when you was younger, if you didn't have it before, of course you want to show it off. However, with the rise of social media, flex culture has been taken just a tad bit too far. I'm talking about going to a social setting like a nightclub and buying alcohol just to pop it and pour it all up on the floor. And people do this to show that they have enough money that they can just buy a bottle, waste all that's inside, and then buy a new one. And the fact that this actually happened is kind of crazy. And that's really just a flex for the men. The flex for the women is unrealistic body and beauty standards. You know, BBLs, all of these other different plastic surgeries, lip injections, facelifts, all of these different things to show that one, you can tell a woman has money because she's quote unquote never aging. She has all these different beauty regimens. And not even ones that's actually like quite reasonable. I'm talking about like $3,000 worth of like beauty regimens and like surgeries to enhance their already perfect features, especially for Black women. For centuries, ever since slavery, of course, Black women have always been ridiculed within society, within media, But with the rise of social media and Black culture becoming more and more popularized around the world, Black women have a lot of like beauty standards that we have to uphold. And it's pretty unrealistic, having a big butt but a tiny waist but with no stomach and all of these different things that naturally just doesn't occur. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it and was able to learn something new.